Yeah, Terraform is an open source infrastructure as code software tools which can be used to provision the infrastructure of your cloud platform. So wherever we do in cloud, you understand, Terraform will help us to create all the applications and stacks. For example, let me do AWS account. This should be my AWS. Oops. Remember, I wanted it initially to use
CDK.
CDK, but because of some companies, they use CDK, but I think most companies are using Terraform. Most companies are using Terraform. So I don't want you to be stuck with CDK. You understand? Um, so I'll prefer you to understand Terraform very well. Oh, where's my account? Okay. Hmm, where's this?
Yeah, that reminds me. When I was trying to open my AWS console,
Yes.
it was telling me that when I read through, there was a material I read that talked about best practices.
Okay.
It's better you go in through your
I am.
I am identity than going through the root
Okay.
identity.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. Like this, right? Like if you want to log in
Yes, something
with
like
your
this.
username.
Mm.
Yes. Do I have this one? Oops.
But I find it difficult to go through the I am username because of the password. I don't know.
Okay. Even me, I don't know. But it's been long that I log in here. So let me do a. I have the AWS dot admin. Yeah, if it's your account, don't bother. Just use it. Don't bother about the IAM role for now. You know, yeah, sign in.
Because I actually read a lot about AWS, watched some
Okay.
videos.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
Let me see. Uh, Let me use the root one. Sure. Mm, okay. Second. I have to cut all these parts from the video. Okay. MFA. I was wondering that. What Okay. Let me look for the Google Authenticator now. Google Authenticator. So my MFA. MFA. Okay. Oh, oops. Oh, okay. Mm, mm, mm. Sure. I think I'm missing something. 1 seconds. Let me take my MFA here. Let me just do maybe forgot. It's asking for MFA. Okay. I don't normally use MFA for this. Okay, so let me use. I'll stop sharing. I'll pause for some minutes. So I'm going to share my screen. If you look at my screen here, you will see that this is my AWS environment. So let's pause to log in again. So this is my AWS environment. Okay. So if you look at this, we've got applications. We have some of the services here. S3 here. S3 here. We have S3 here. Can you see? We have I've got some bucket I created, packaging buckets, empty buckets here. Then we have some other applications such as Athena, Lambda, Glue, lots of them, EMR, for analytics. You see, for analytics, you can use Athena for analytics, EMR, data. So we've got loads. So AWS Glue, Kinesis, Lake Formation, MSK, QuickSight, lots of them. This one is related to Power BI, similar to Power BI. So for dashboard development, not anything related to databases, document DB, DynamoDB, all these you can use your what? Terraform, you understand, to provision all of them. That is to create, you can use to create that service for your application. You can deploy them. So, so, and the HTTP scripts which have been used to provision infrastructure can be human readable configuration files that can be version reused. So one good thing about Terraform is that it's very simple and straightforward. You understand? Is it readable, and at the same time you can reuse it. So Terraform itself, let's go here, Terraform. Let's go to the website. Okay, from there we get some information. HashiCorp, can you see? It's by HashiCorp. So this is it. This is the environment. This is the Terraform. So from this Terraform, Terraform is compatible with other. You can use it to create stacks for AWS, for Azure environment, for Alibaba, and lots of products like that. So you can use it infrastructure as a code. Um, so sorry, Okoyemi. I think I'm hearing some background noise from your side. Okay. So you can use it as infrastructure as a code, and so you say get started with AWS. For example, let's say you want to, you know, use Terraform for AWS. How to install Terraform? So here we have some tutorials here. Can you see for AWS? Can you see Azure? So if you're interested in Azure environment, use this for AWS, for Docker, GCP, and some other. We have some other applications. I mean, service providers also. CDK for Terraform. Okay, so we have CDK for Terraform. Okay, so now get started. You know, you have some materials here that will help you to get started. Can you see here? So I will advise that we go through this. Can you see how to install Terraform? So let's say we want to install Terraform now. Let's open this and let's go through it together. Is that okay? Can we try it from our hand? Okay, Amy, do you want to try it from the explanation there?
Yeah, that's for Mac. I'm using Windows. Maybe we should.
Okay. So let's continue.
Hello, sir.
Look, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. But is it okay?
So let's see if we have for Windows. I think his window is showing too here. So let's continue. Okay, so Windows now. So
Chocolately. Okay.
Are you using PowerShell for installation?
No, you don't use PowerShell. You download. It's still the same procedure.
so use chocolate. So let's continue. PowerShell.
Choco install terraform. Okay. Okay. So we can do it two ways.
2 weeks.
We can use Chocolately as the package manager.
Exactly. So you can go to the Terraform, the package here. What's it called now? So let's say this. Let's look for download here. Mm, let's go back here. Let's say because I don't want to alter what we have there. Download Terraform. Go to the website. Mm, see download. Yeah. So it's giving us for Windows, right?
64-bit.
64 bits. So, so for Windows, so this should be. I'm coming. This is Mac. 64 bits. This is AMD 64, right?
64. Yes. Yes.
So we're
M64.
gonna use this. So
Mm.
let's continue with what we are. Okay. So here we can unzip, install, extract all. Um, I've done before. Let me do one second. Unzip, unzip, extract all. So I have everything there. Then I can now do
Run as administrator.
run. Is it say run as administrator?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Don't forget we are both learning when it comes to Terraform. Yeah, so we're gonna do it because I've actually been doing CDK. You understand? I do Terraform at work a lot. You understand? But not the
Yes.
deployment like from fresh to
From scratch.
from scratch like this. The configuration, I've not done it on my computer, but with this, we'll do it. Then I will follow any other procedures that I've been using at work. Then we start creating all those stuff one after the other. Yeah. So, is it going?
Yeah, it should be on.
Okay. So let's go back here.
It should be on your. If you press Windows,
Mm,
it should be on your start menu or something. If you search for it, Terraform.
Terraform is showing there.
Is it the application?
Yeah. Run. Maybe it's done already. But let's go back to that video. So the video is saying, okay, when we install manually,
Oh yeah, extract exactly. Okay.
so meaning that we have to go to window configuration, I mean, environment, sorry. Okay. Environment system variable. Click on this, set this part. Okay. Um, check on the part, edit, add the new under here, and see this slash
Terraform.
slash terraform. Okay, so
Capital letter T.
oh, is it capital letter? Okay, okay, yes. Terraform. Okay, so it's going to sit here and okay. So when it's done, we still also need to copy it to according to the video. Copy it to let's go back. Yeah, we okay. So it says something here. If you notice, it says
Yeah.
you copy from the download. So it's trying to tell us that okay, that after we've unzipped it, from the unzip file, where is the unzip one now? This is the unzip one, right? So we rename this one to Terraform directly. Then we copy it. Oh, sorry. We copy it from here, from this environment. There's a cut. Put it under here. User, let me see. Under C directly. Yes.
Yes.
User. Oh, sorry.
No,
Under
under
C.
C
Under C
exactly.
directly.
Directly
So
under because that was the part we gave.
exactly, yes. So it's going to stay under this, just like others. So here, then after that, we can check from our PowerShell
Open directly.
as administrator, right?
Yes.
Let's try.
terraform.l.
So we just do terraform dash dash app, right?
Yes. Perfect.
I think it's
Yes.
here. So it's here now.
It's installed already.
So no, so let's go back to the video and learn something there.
Okay.
Okay, so we're
On
done with this now.
Linux.
On
So,
Linux now.
so I have a question.
Yes.
Instead of using PowerShell, because like me now, I don't know. Somehow I just said I don't want to be using PowerShell. So because I don't really understand how it works. So I downloaded Git Bash.
Oh,
So
that's good. Git bash is okay, but sometimes you need to use because I've seen situation where I had to do some configuration on PowerShell, then continue with Git bash
Git Bash. Oh,
after.
so that means Git Bash cannot still totally override PowerShell. I will still have to
Exact,
go to PowerShell.
exactly. Yeah, some configuration, very sensitive configuration. You do it with PowerShell. Then after you are done, then you can now continue with Git bash.
Git Bash. Okay. All right.
So yes. So what are we doing next now? So I think so. We're done with that. Installing Terraform, which is very good. We've managed to do the installation. What's the next thing to do? We've done Terraform app plan. So it's saying, okay, if you use either batch or Zeg, you can enable tab completion of Terraform command. To enable autocomplete, first ensure that config file exists for your choosing shell. Okay, so it's saying if you want to use batch, okay, so you see Terraform, okay, okay, that's fine, no problem. So we're going to start gradually and be building on wherever we have it. I think oh, okay, good. So install Terraform, we've done that, right? We've gone through this. Build, let's see the build one. So this is what we're going to be doing now. So all this, we start doing it gradually. So, but we still need to run the Terraform plan, you understand? Initialize, which should work now. From here, at this point, we should be able to do that. Give me 1 second. Let me do project, new project, new project. Terraform project. Okay, let me create this window. Sorry, 1 second, please. So let me do. Oh, CD. Oops. CD by jump projects. Okay. see the Terraform projects. Okay, so oops. Oh, Terraform. Oh, I made a mistake. So I called it Terraform. Okay, so let me just follow it that way. Okay, Terraform projects. Oops. Terraform. Okay, so Terraform command not found. Okay, so
This is
let's.
Terraform. This is Terraform, sir.
Oh,
It's
did I?
still mistake. It's Terraform,
Oh,
not
I
Terraform.
made a mistake. Sorry. Ah, it's my bad. Sorry. I was wondering that. Okay. Okay. So Terraform command. Terraform. Okay. Is that in an empty directory? Okay. Directory has no Terraform command. You may begin working with immediately by creating Terraform configuration file. Okay. So let's go back to. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Terraform. Initialize. Okay. Terraform help. Mm-hmm. Validate. Okay. API working area for the command. Mm, okay, that should be main C file. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see what we have. Initialize the backend provider. Initialize. Platform has been successfully initialized. Okay, Terraform. Let's see. Terraform. Okay, so you may begin working with Terraform. Try running Terraform plan to see any changes. Let's see. Terraform plan. Okay. Mm, so changes. Okay. And what do you have again? From the okay, where is valid. Terraform apply destroy. So in this case of apply destroy, would have created an infrastructure. So I think this has been configured here. Okay, so now at least we understand how to start with Terraform, right? So let's let's play around this now. Let's go back here. We've done the we understand the infrastructure as a code, how it works, MariaDB, this and that. So we'll be creating something similar. So infrastructure as a code, plan apply. So it's going to create all the stack, track this. So let me send this material to you. It's going to be very helpful for you to go through. Should I send it through mentorship? This is better, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
are you doing that? Are you doing it from your side also?
Now, I'm just watching the class.
Okay. So now let's say now we know that we've gotten this ready. So let's start with infrastructure. So the infrastructure there is saying that okay, let's start with how to create our AWS accounts. You understand? How to start that. So that might require maybe configuring few other things. In this case, 1 second. So for example, now we want to set up a provider. Let's say, for example, we have, let's, well, does that make sense now? So let's go back to the AWS aspect. Let's say, for example, this is my AWS account. Just for the purpose of this, yeah, yeah, security credentials. Okay. Um, so I'm going to use my access key. So I have my access key here. So I can generate a new one, create a new access key. See on our okay. So let me create a new access key now. This is my access key. I'm going to download that. So I will need this. So for my access key now, open it with sublime text. So now what I will need to do is I'll go to the command here terminal. Let's do AWS configure, right? AWS configure. It will ask me for my access key, right? So let me copy this. Does that make sense? I'll copy. So download. So let me download. Copy this. That's my access key. Right. It's asking me for my secret access key. It's your AWS account directly. Does that make sense? That's it. So we're done. We've configured that now. So let's go back. So that will give us. It's straightforward. Now let's try. We've configured this one. We have our directory. We've created this one. We've created this one already. So what we're doing is just this. So we just copy this. Go to our IDE, right? Join
Yes.
the terraform that we've created. Paste it here, right? So when we do that, then we go to our terminal. We do terraform dot what? Initialize, right? Can you see?
Yes.
It's so straight. It's not difficult. That's why terraform is very, very easy. To me, I encourage people to learn more of terraform. You understand? Okay, say failed. Why installing actual failed to complete this? Okay, access denied. Terraform provider, this access denied. Okay.
It's asking for your access key or something.
Okay. I think we configured that already. We changed this one. We created S3 resources, and we've updated our Terraform provider. We're using AWS. We've configured our version, and we created. We're deploying to EU West 2 region, which is this EU West 2 region. This is our region. Can you see the region? London EU West. London EU West 2. We deploy. This is what we're using. This region. So after doing that, we apply our what? Terraform initialize. Then we did Terraform apply. We did plan and what? Apply. And we're able to create that pocket in this environment. Terraform is more easier than CDK with Python. Cloud formation. That's why I prefer to show you this, because most organizations are using this. Some are still using cloud formation, you understand?
Mm.
But me, I prefer you to use Terraform.
Terraform.
Terraform is more better. Can you see we've created Opeyemi Kazin bucket now? And if we want to do more, we can continue to create more stack. Is that clear?
Yes.
So we can continue to create more stack. Wherever we want to do, we can start building those resources, build we can build a lot of things using this. But at least for a start, let's do we've done that. The Opeyemi, I will advise you to I will advise two of you to start reading about how to create Lambda function using Terraform. Please search it online, and if possible, maybe let me see an example next week.
Lambda functions. So
Yes,
AWS Lambda function.
AWS Lambda function using Terraform.
Terraform.
Yes. So
Okay.
because we need that for our projects. How to create AWS Terraform using a Lambda function. We need that bucket. We need AWS Lambda function. What repo did we use last time?
Repo. ETL retros repo.
Okay, so let's assume. Okay, don't worry. Let's just keep doing our work. We'll copy it to that repository later. You understand?
Yes, sir.
We can copy it and still use the same stuff. So I think we've made progress tonight. We encountered some issues, which is good. We didn't relent. We didn't give up.
Mm.
Yes, and that's one thing about data engineering. You must not give up. Just have to keep doing research, and we figured that out. So we managed to deploy our um our buckets by running the command terraform applied, and we did what? So we did terraform initialize, then we did apply, we did plan, we apply that. So can you see saying here, he said, oh, where is it again? Let me do it again. Let me terraform initialize, terraform plan, plan. So the plan is to check what you have in your environment to compare to what you want to deploy. Then apply is to push it. Is that okay? So let's say we want to destroy this one now. We can just do terraform destroy. We want to destroy that bucket we've created. We can do what? Terraform destroy. Let's see what is. Can you see it's destroying it?
Okay.
Do you want to destroy? Yes. Now, if we go back to check that bucket now, it will not be in existence anymore. Let's refresh it. Can you see it's gone? Okoyemi, let's see Okoyemi. Do you have it there anymore?
Yeah.
It's gone because we've applied Terraform what? Destroy. So it destroy completed resources one destroyed. Does that make sense? So it destroyed all the bucket. Can you see everything here ran? Every configuration that has been had. So we don't create all this manually. We deploy it from this environment.
Oh, I think there's a way to create a S3 bucket in AWS console without going through this process.
Yeah, that is yeah, console, like you said.
Hmm.
That's console. This one is more advanced.
This is
So
more advanced.
when we say AIC, we're like a infrastructure as a code. Now instead of
Yeah.
us going to the console to be clicking and
And you'll be
clicking and
doing
clicking.
bucket like this.
Yeah.
Okoyemi, no, we don't need that. When it comes to data engineering DevOps, so you don't create bucket manually. You
Mhm.
deploy from here.
Mm.
You create it from here and you push it
Just write
from
the
here.
code.
You write the code because the code will be usable, and that's why we store it in the repository. Exactly. Now, so you don't when it comes to data engineering work, you don't create buckets manually. Everything we don't do it manually at work. We push it from here. We create everything. So good. So now we've made progress. But how do you have access to this? Can you run it separately by yourself now with this video? Okay, let me send this across so that you can keep that record. It might be difficult to get. So I've sent that to you. So let's make use of that. I think it's going to be very useful. So instead of you, so please explore some of the materials that I've shared with you. Then we can start building on whatever we have here. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Did we make a little progress tonight?
Yes, sir.